How solo traveling changed my life. When I was younger, I never imagined that I would ever travel by myself. It happened kind of out of the blue. Not only did it alter the course of my life, but it also brought about a full transformation in who I am as a person. I want to emphasize that solo travel does not have to be this drawn-out affair that takes place 1 month at a time, even though many individuals talk of taking a gap year and traveling across the world on their own. Taking a trip by yourself might be as simple as spending a weekend away from home. It is as simple as setting out time for yourself and doing whatever it is that you want to engage in. I've seen everything there is to see while I've been traveling, from the best to the worst, from the most beautiful to the worst, but that has never stopped me from doing what I wanted to accomplish. I experienced my share of misadventures and adventures, but I learned important lessons from both, which span 24 years. I am going to share with you some of the most valuable lessons that I picked up while I was traveling. My experience of traveling alone has provided me with a sense of freedom, which I consider to be one of the most significant advantages. Being alone myself and doing exactly what I have chosen to do on that particular day is a profound experience, even though it may sound frivolous and like inspiration for Instagram quotes. In addition, spending time alone myself in a bar with a glass of wine is a great way to feel more like myself. During my time spent traveling by myself, I did not make any conscious efforts to achieve independence. Rather, that is all up to me. In addition, the more I learned about these topics, the more self-sufficient I got. Being open-minded, when I give it some thought, I find that I can feel more connected to and empathic toward other people. As a result of traveling by yourself, you are exposed to new individuals, and when some time has passed, you have ceased being afraid of the unknown. As of right now, I think that traveling by yourself broadens your perspective. Upon reflection, I noticed that I have undergone a full transformation and have become more receptive to both individuals and circumstances. When you travel alone, you will rarely feel lonely, but you will come to adore being by yourself. This will make you crave time to yourself, that place in which you can allow yourself to ponder and reflect on all of the thoughts that may have sprung into your head when you were living a normal life. That priceless time spent in coffee shops in countries where you were unable to talk, simply observing the individuals who came into contact with you and smiling at them whenever you saw them. Those infrequent instances in which you were able to secure a dorm room for yourself and decided to spend the evening writing and investigating what makes you tick. I also remember the never-ending magical bus rides, which provided me with the opportunity to ponder, study, and learn without feeling bad. The ever-present need for this ecstatic liberty never goes away. One possible scenario is when you are in the beginning stages of a relationship when you have a good one going for you. On the other hand, time spent by yourself has grown so valuable that you will start to want it. My own experience has taught me to love myself more when I go by myself. As of right now, I have no desire to be in the company of other people, and I do not want anyone's attention. To put an end to your desire for material things, being able to survive for extended periods while living out of a bag became a way of life. Being free from the need to impress or maintain appearances for anyone is a liberating experience. Traveling by yourself frees you from the obligation to display yourself as a perfectly polished human being, as you rapidly realize that what is truly important is what lies beneath the surface. It is true that when you return to real life, the sheer number of clothing options available to you is mind-boggling, but this feeling eventually wears off. That brand new pair of jeans turns out to be an airline ticket, and that pair of killer stilettos turns out to be less than ideal for traveling. It is no longer the case that these tangible items enjoy the same level of value as they formerly did. There is a small part of you that dies on the inside whenever your pals suggest that you go shopping together or become overly enthused about a new shirt, dress, or pair of shoes, because you are now aware that these things are completely meaningless and that money might be spent on experiences instead of goods. You put up a lot of effort to take pleasure in the delight that the purchase has brought them, but it is at that moment that you realize you are not on the same wavelength as them. Regardless, you prefer them to be wearing flip-flops. If you want to make money, travel since time does not return. It transforms you into a competent decision-maker. Solo travel is beneficial to your ability to make decisions since it allows you to make your own choices when you are away from other people. You are the only one who can determine if you want to go to a museum or simply visit a coffee shop to enjoy your coffee. This is because when you go with your friends, you tend to follow their decisions. You will develop bravery as a result of it. It requires bravery to travel to a new location, to a new country, by yourself. Keeping company with someone you don't even know anything about requires a great deal of bravery on your part. Traveling by yourself gives you more confidence in yourself. There are many instances in which you will be forced to confront situations that you have never considered, yet you will be able to triumph over them in a way that is entirely independent of you. It made me more courageous than I had been in the past. This is the harsh fact of traveling by yourself, and while I understand that some people will disagree with what I just written, it is the reality that you will become undateable. My personal experiences inspire me to write it. At first, I went on trips by myself to have fun and experience new things. However, as time went on, I became so accustomed to being by myself that I began to fear being in the company of other people. Your love for life will grow as you journey alone. When you begin to spend all of your time by yourself, you will realize that you do not appreciate the involvement of other people in your life. You will inevitably spend time with other people, yet there will be a barrier or a line that you will not want to be crossed by any other individual. You become extremely practical when you travel by yourself. You will never be one to consider other people's opinions, which makes you undateable and somewhat antisocial. When you travel alone, you're forced to rely only on yourself, which might help you feel more confident in yourself. Every significant choice that you make is one that you make on your own, and more importantly, you have complete faith in every choice that you make. There was a strange sense of self-esteem that I felt when I boarded the first flight of my life all by myself and lived for 18 days in an unknown country. At that time, I realized that if I could do this, then I could do everything in my life alone. When I first started traveling alone, I was a little bit terrified. However, when I boarded the first aircraft of my life all by myself, I felt a strange sense of self-esteem. Except first and foremost, that it will first feel a little strange, but that this will alter over time, and how much of a difference it makes in your self-assurance when you come back. To begin, which one are you going to go to? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below, and don't forget to make sure to like and subscribe for further travel ideas. Thank you for coming along with us on this once-in-a-lifetime journey, and until we meet again.